right, I'm finally getting out of Shelter Cove. Plan was to go in there last night, pick up my box, eat dinner, camp, and get out first thing in the morning. That did not happen. I got in there, got my box. Dinner wasn't available. They were already closed. So I camped in the PCT area and then got breakfast in the morning. Then got to charging my stuff and trying to download podcasts and talking to my wife and talking to my sister. Then it was like 10:30. I was like, I should get lunch. So I got lunch and a beer, and college football's on. It's hard to leave these places. Shelter Cove was probably one of the nicest resorts too that I've been at. Really friendly staff, beautiful lakeside restaurant. But on my way back to the trail, I got about 1.5 miles back to the PCT and talked to a couple firefighters there. They said there's a good chance for rain this afternoon, so I think they're right. Looking like rain. But here we go. We're off. Good evening. I got camp set up tonight. Made it about 10 miles out of Shelter Cove Resort. The last few hours though, I've been kind of walking through a cloud. It's been misting and kind of spitting on me a little bit. So got the rain fly on tonight, so I don't have to get up in the middle of the night and put that on. But I am ready to go to bed. I'm gonna rub my feet out with my my ball here, which has been helping with my foot pain quite a bit. And call it a night. Try to hit it hard tomorrow. Good morning. Getting ready to take off for the day. Rained on me last night, probably for just about an hour, but it's been misting and spitting on me like it was all day yesterday. So hopefully the sun will come out today and I can dry my stuff. My tent's pretty wet. My sleeping bag feels a little damp. But just another day. Get some miles in. All right, what a day. Pretty much rained on me all day, whether it was raining or just walking through that mist cloud. All my stuff's pretty much wet. I got it all kind of closed-lined here in my tent as best as I can. Try to get it a little drier for the morning. Did manage to get about 30 miles in today, so that was good. Just kept pumping through the rain, didn't really want to stop because you just got more wet. So yeah, just gonna hunker down for the night. It's already 7, so I didn't stop that early. I just kept going. Gonna make some dinner and go to sleep. Hopefully it stops raining overnight and maybe have a chance to dry some stuff out tomorrow because everything's wet, but we'll see. All right, I got a little break in the rain. Got packed up real quick. Everything's soaked. Hopefully the sun will come out today and I can dry it at some point. If not, I'm just gonna have to truck it to Sisters and hopefully get stuff dry there. This was camp last night though. Camped along this really pretty lake. And man, I'll tell you, the sun looks like it's trying to peek through. That would make my day. See if I can get some miles in today still. It's about 9 o'clock, getting a really late start. Just stopped to fill up some water here. Little creek. Just started raining again on me. Man, I think the temperature just dropped like 15 degrees too. Talked to a guy earlier. He said it's forecasted to snow in parts of Oregon this week. I was not ready for that. Could have done without knowing it was actually that cold last night. But here we go. Good morning. I stopped last night probably around 5:30. I was so wet and cold. Had to get warm and get dry. So set my tent up and just hung out for the rest of the night. This is the first time I've seen the sky in 2 days. There's definitely some clouds still out here this morning, but I don't know. Hopefully they won't bring rain. But I didn't even know I was camped under this huge mountain until this morning. I got out of my tent and I think it's one of the Sisters, that one, and you can kind of hardly see. There's another one right there behind the trees. I think that's 2 of the 3 Sisters. So I'm still 17 miles from the road to get down to the town of Sisters, and that's what I'm gonna do today. Probably end up taking the night off so I can dry all my stuff out. My tent's wet, my gloves are wet, all 3 pairs of my socks are wet. So yeah, maybe try to get dried out and hit it hard after that. There's the 3rd sister. I was a little frustrated last night when I had to stop early, but this morning, it's like if I would have kept hiking last night, I wouldn't have seen the three sisters at all. So I guess it all works out. These are three beautiful mountains all right in a row, and I'm getting to see them as the sun comes up behind them and all these clouds. Couldn't have worked out better. The trail is just covered in these little pieces of obsidian all over the place.
Found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one, yeah, yeah. Too far away from our hearts, yeah, yeah. The ones we keep close, we should never let go. So tell me who you love, baby. Take a moment to unwind, fix yourself and realign yourself with the world, baby.
So I just messed up big time. Just got to the road that I thought went down to Sisters, but in fact it is the wrong one. The one that is busier, that I will have a better chance of hitchhiking from, is another 18 miles ahead. So that sucks. I am out of dinners, and I've probably got just enough food to make it, but I'm gonna have to stretch it big time. The other thing is I have that much water left, and I'm 10 miles away from the next water source because I thought I was going into town. So I gotta get going, and I'm about to walk through another rainstorm. Everything's wet. I'm fucked. explained what happened last night. I crossed that road and made it about 2 miles, and it just started pouring on me. Got completely soaked, ended up having to turn around and hike back probably about a half mile to a campsite to set my tent up. And I just hunkered down. It rained again all night. My stuff was wet. But I did end up going to sleep at like 7 o'clock. Got up and was on the trail by 5:30. And then the water source I thought I had in 10 miles was actually dry. So I'm quite parched. And I think my first stop once I get into Sisters, instead of my usual beer, will probably be some water, I guess, this time. Then a beer right after. But I'm only a couple miles from the road. I'm ready to take the night off, get all my stuff dried out. It was an awesome section. So much lava and views of the Three Sisters and a bunch of other cool stuff. But the rain really was challenging. Got to get some better gear for this colder, wetter weather that I'm going up to. So we'll see you in Sisters.